guys. How are we? How are you guys today? I see my computer right now says 2:27 and StreamYard still said I had 2.5 minutes before it was time to go live, but my phone and everything else says 2:31, so I don't know. Let's see who's here today. Heather Licious, good to see you. And Trista, it's always good to see you too. And Jen, how are you? You got the quackers ready to go? Oh, and Nature Rocks, Vanessa, it's good to see you. And Heather Bratt, always good to see you. And Mallory, hey. Mallory has a new video out, you guys. You have to go watch it. Music City Mom got off work 3 hours early. That's always good. I hope they don't make you make it up though. That would suck. Big time. Corner Lover, hey, how are you? Hey Debbie, it's good to see you. What you cooking for us today? It's good to see all you guys. I'm so glad that all you guys can make it today. I'll tell you guys, we all know the big case that's going on in Hendersonville, right? Sebastian Rogers. And when they found a body there, of course, everybody was interested. But then when they say, before they gave out the identity, they say, yeah, it's a 4'9" female, though. And it seems like that everybody lost interest. And that's all that you heard about it. Well, I think that I did see a few people speak about it, but not in depth. And I believe that Trinity deserves to be spoken on too. Y'all feel me? So I want to tell you guys about Trinity today. Her case has been quote unquote solved, but there still could be more perpetrators out there. They haven't said that. And then there's also something that happened with her case that Corner Lover, you haven't seen any updates either. Yeah, he was in court on the 11th, the perpetrator that they have. But I'll start at the beginning and tell you guys about little Trinity. She was born on actually on Valentine's Day, you guys, and Valentine's Day in the year 2007. Just let that sink in. 2007, you guys. That doesn't seem like long ago at all. And she was, uh, let me tell you guys a little bit about her. I like to explain how the victims were in life. And I think that always, sometimes I think in this genre, that it's easy to just kind of become desensitized sometimes to things. And I think if we know about the victims in life, that it'll help us not do that. You guys feel me? Um, so she was born on Valentine's Day in 2007, and she was one of 10 brothers and sisters. And she had an older sister that passed away, and I'm not sure when. So bless her parents' heart. This makes two of their children that's passed away. But so she was going to be, this was the summer before her senior year, and she worked at Walmart. And some of her customers said that she was looking forward to graduating, and she loved fashion and working on cars at her dad's auto body shop. So she sounds like the perfect mix, tomboy that knew how to work on cars, and then but probably dressed to the nines while doing it. That's what I picture in my head. And it said that one of her classmates said she was talking to me about becoming a lawyer or studying criminal justice. She was very, very loved, and she's very missed already. She would have had a bright future. Oh, you guys, this one, I don't know. And then they also said she had a lot of energy. She would always be laughing on the phone on FaceTime. She had the most amazing laugh you could ever imagine. And also, I read that her sister said with her being born on Valentine's Day, she was full of love and that suited her really well. And then they found out that it was for sure her on July the 4th. And so, them finding out that it was her body and she was really deceased, that was a fitting day too because she was a firecracker. Yeah. I know, Pointer Lover. It's awful. I mean, just I think about when I was that age, and it said she had a purple car that she would drive to her job, and I remember my little car that I drove to my first job, and just think about all the ups and downs and life experiences that we've had since then that she's not gonna have. You know, it hits you sometimes, and I want to show you guys. She also had a YouTube channel, and I'm going to show you guys a video from her YouTube channel. And I've told you guys a little bit about her, but this video will really show you a lot about her, I think. So let me find it here. Thank you guys all so much for coming today. It really, really means a lot. It really, really does. And I'll share this video with you guys so that if you want to watch it later too.
To my YouTube channel. If you're new here, please like and subscribe. If you're not, thank you for joining back. Today we're going to be talking in the snow. I'm literally sitting in the snow to make a video. I'm also drinking some Sprite in the snow. I think I can get sued for that. I don't know. Let's talk about life. The average human lives 72 years, but every day we take that for granted. Every day we
Listen at the knowledge coming from a 17-year-old. I don't know that I would have been like that at 17. I really can't remember, but she's speaking facts, you guys, and it makes it even more sad.
wake up and we're like, oh, we're up again. Like, I wish I could die. Or more like, oh, why did I wake up? Or people tend to hate other people so much. And it's like, dude, our lifespans are so short. Tell me why we continue to hate one another. It's like we live so short, and our only thing that we do on this earth is hate each other, or we're jealous, or we're envious, or something about one another. Like, man, life is way too short for all this. Like, I don't understand it. Like,
She doesn't even know how short it's going to be for her, does she? Bless her little heart, you guys. I think that this was just this past winter. I'll have to check the date on it for sure. Let's see here. 5 months ago, January 18th, you guys. Pointer Lover says she sounds wise beyond her years. She absolutely does, doesn't she? Mm-mm.
But I guess there's some things that I'm just not meant to understand, you know? Like, I see people who have seen, like, their loved ones die before them, and it's like, man, they're really strong. Like, how can you do that? Like, how does one see their loved ones die and then still push forward? That's the kind of energy I want. Like, I want to be able to push forward even.
Her family didn't see her pass away, thank God. But they're going to have to be strong too, really, really strong. And I'm glad that all the 8 siblings that they have each other.
Even in the toughest times, you know? There's just so much that comes with this earth and so much knowledge too. Just like we all take that for granted. Like trust, I've forgiven so many people that they don't even know that I've forgiven. If they would just like that's why I don't even bother talking to them. Like forgiving someone's easy, but holding a grudge isn't. Because once you forgive someone, you forget about it. But if you keep holding a grudge, you're gonna always think about it and think about it and think about it. And then that thought's gonna stay in the back of your mind. And then it's gonna be like, why are they on my mind? Like, I'm supposed to be happier. You can't be happy if you're holding grudges. Like, if you're mad Rebecca took your man, girl, move on. Like, if your man is that easy to take, he's not really your man. Or if Michael took my girl, okay, good for Michael. That bitch. Oh,
She had a good sense of humor too, it sounds like, you guys. Yeah, he's not your man if anybody can take him. That's exactly right.
my bad. That girl isn't really your girl. She for the streets, like Future said. I feel like life gets easier once you forgive. Don't forget though, so that you don't make the same mistakes you did in the past. Forgive, but don't forget. Don't hold grudges and keep your word. I feel like that's the best way to really be happy in 2024 or just in the future in general, because you can't be happy with the same old lingering thoughts. It's like going back through those situations every time you think about it. And it's like, why would you want to feel those emotions that you did at one point, you know? I just feel like if all of us like learn to forgive, we would have happier lives. But it's getting really cold out here. I would love to continue to talk. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Thank you for coming and watching. Bye. Hello guys, welcome back.
How sweet was that, you guys? I watched that and I was just like, I can tell them about her, but that video really. What if we had YouTube videos like that from all of our victims, you guys? We could learn so much more about them, and I feel like we could tell their stories better. B. Crumb says, thank you for covering her case. I started reading about it and haven't gotten this far. Yeah, you're welcome. It's my pleasure. Heather says, I totally could have been friends with her. Doesn't she seem like she reminds me of my niece at that age? My niece is 24 now, and she reminds me just of my niece, but I don't think my niece knew about life like it seems like that Trinity did. And also, you guys, I might show you guys this at the end if we have time. She has another video talking about saving your money. And she had it all laid out, how much you make, how much you could save at 17 years old, you guys. Hey, NorCal Jim, good to see you. Good to see you. Trista said, "Oh my God, she was taken way too soon. She would have done good things in her life." I really think so too, you guys. I really think so too, because, like I said, she had this kind of knowledge at 17, and she was saving her money and stuff like that. I think she really would have too. So I'm going to tell you guys now what happened. Um, Here's another picture of her. It was on 6/29, and one of her friends said that she had texted her saying that she was running away. And she said, "I really didn't believe her until about 10 at night when the Macon County Sheriff's Office came knocking on my door looking for her." And the Macon County Sheriff's Office said that they took a report. I'll read you guys what they said exactly here. It says, "On the night of June 29th, 2024, we received a report of a runaway juvenile, Trinity Bostic. During the investigation, deputies gathered information from family and friends regarding her possible whereabouts. Trinity's cell phone number was obtained, and immediately we began to trace her location, which led to areas outside of Macon County." So Macon County is about an hour from Sumner County. And that's where they said that they started getting pings from her phone. And no, you guys, we can't start crying or I'll start crying. And then Jennifer, I know NorCal, yep, Hendersonville again. But if I start crying, then Jennifer will have to take the emergency StreamYard link that I give her every time, and she'll have to come up here and take over. I give Jennifer the emergency StreamYard link every time. It just makes me feel better, just in case. But, and you guys, there was something else that happened in Hendersonville too that I'll tell you guys at the end. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but a woman allegedly drowned her 7-year-old child because she wanted time alone, quote unquote. It was Hendersonville too. And I looked up the population, and Hendersonville only has a population of 61K. So I don't know about statistics, but it doesn't seem right, you know? Yep. So, okay, it says we notified Sumner County where we traced her location. Attempts to locate her were unsuccessful. Trinity was entered into the National Crime Information Center as a missing person, and Ebola was sent to agencies throughout Middle Tennessee. Unfortunately, on July 3rd, Trinity's body was discovered in Hendersonville and is under investigation with Hendersonville Police Department. Our thoughts and prayers are with Trinity's family and friends during this tragic time. Anyone with any possible information, please contact the Hendersonville Police Department, and it gives you the numbers. And I'm going to show you guys too that a lot of people weren't happy that there was no missing persons put out on any kind of bulletins on social media or anything. And B crumbs, yeah, break glass in case of emergency link. Exactly, you got that right. It makes me feel better. Thank God she hasn't had to use it yet, though. But so they're kind of getting blasted for not putting it out on social media about her being missing. And they said that if they think things, may have ended differently if it had have been. And just this past week in Cleveland, the sheriff's office did post it online, and it did help. And they talked, I'll show you guys that too. They talked about how that's what you do because there's more people in the public than there is law enforcement officer. The more eyes on things, the better. And even if it wouldn't have helped in Trinity's situation, it might help in the next situation. So I think that, you know, I think that they should think about it next time possibly. Okay, and it says that on July the 3rd, a subcontractor with Tennessee Department of Transportation was picking up trash on Vietnam Veterans Boulevard and New Shackle Island Road in Hendersonville, and they discovered Trinity deceased. And I'll read you guys what they had. They also made their own media release. And then I'll read down here at the bottom first. It says, the Hendersonville Police Department began a death investigation after being notified of human remains discovered in a small woodline near, and it gives the address. The human remains, they tell you about, like I told you guys, and then it says the decedent is a white female, and listen how little she was, you guys. 4'9", 105 pounds, with brown hair. The cause of death and identity are still under investigation and pending autopsy report. That's what I was telling you guys at the beginning. So when it hit the media that the decedent was a little female, it seems like everybody lost interest. That's all I heard about it. So I wanted to look it up for myself, and when I discovered it was little Trinity, then I wanted to talk about her, you guys. Okay, and then it says for the update, it says has been positively identified as 17-year-old Trinity Bostic. Trinity was reported missing in Macon County on June 29th, 2024. The Hendersonville Police Department suspects foul play in this case, and the investigation continues. And then it tells you to call in. So I want to show you guys, let me see here. I'll show you guys what her friends and family's saying. Well, her friends, her family hasn't done any interviews that I could find. And who can blame them, you know?
High school student says she tried calling her friend dozens of times before she was found dead in Hendersonville. Good evening and welcome to News 2 at 6. I'm Haley Wilgus. On July 3rd, a TDOT subcontractor found the body of 17-year-old Trinity Bostic in a small woodline near Vietnam Veterans Boulevard. A week after her disappearance, the Hendersonville Police Department arrested a 17-year-old from Westmoreland on first-degree murder charges. News 2's Kendall Ashman spoke to friends who say the suspect, who hasn't been identified by police, went to high school with them.
She would always be smiling. Her smile would literally light up any room she'd walk into.
Chloe Redfield says Trinity Bostic was one of her good friends. Trinity was a soon-to-be senior at Macon County High School, but on June 29th.
She actually had texted me that she was running away from home, but I didn't believe it at all until the sheriff's department for Macon County, which is where I live, came knocking on my door.
They received a runaway report that night. The sheriff's office was able.
It did say that a 17-year-old had been, I'll tell you guys how that he was caught too. And it says that they're not giving out his identity yet, but they did because he was in court on the 11th. So we do know his name now. And her friends, I'm not sure if it's this video or another video, but they do say that they know him and they think that he's an ex-boyfriend of hers.
Able to trace Trinity's phone to Sumner County, and a bolo was sent out. Days later, her body was found in a small woodline here in Hendersonville.
It was like a shock.
Class President Landon Connor says the community is now wrapping their heads around the tragedy. A week after her disappearance, a 17-year-old boy was charged in connection to her death.
He actually went to school with us, and he was in our grade. And I had talked to him a couple times, but like I said, I didn't really know him.
At this time, Hendersonville police have not identified the suspect because he is a minor. But for Chloe, she says something felt off when she tried.
Yeah, and the court date that he had on July the 11th, they I forget exactly what they did on that day, but his next court date is August the 5th, and they're trying to decide if he can be tried as an adult or not. And I'm sure that you guys know my feelings about that. Absolutely. Hey, MJ's Wolfie, good to see you. And Tony and Heatherlicious, it's good to see all you guys. Thank you for coming by to listen about Trinity. No, Jim, that's right. It's not developed enough at that age. Yeah, Trista, I agree with you. They better charge him as an adult. He's 17. Yeah.
I'd reaching out to Trinity the day she went missing.
I tried calling her like 32 times that night, and knowing Trinity, she would have answered at least one of those phone calls.
In Macon County, Kendall Ashman, News 2.
A GoFundMe for Trinity's family can be found.
I'll share that GoFundMe with you guys too. Her classmates actually started the GoFundMe and for her family, and I thought that was just so thoughtful. And it has 15,000 in it so far, so that's great. You guys just know how I feel about GoFundMe's, to just do your due diligence, but of course I would share it. I looked it up, and I also got it from People Magazine. Let's see here. Oh, so I'll tell you guys how that they made the arrest. Now, when they got Trinity's phone, and hey, Tony, good to see you too. And Hippie Chick, hey, it's good to see all you guys. So when they got Trinity's phone, of course, well, I'm not sure if they had the physical phone or not, but when they checked her phone records, they found out that she had been talking to this guy named, I gotta look at his exact name, Fernando Perales Mejia, 17 years old. And they found out she had been talking to him. And they also found out that the two phones had been together from 2 something that day, 2:30 that day, until 10:29 p.m. And they also found that both the phones had been in the area of her, where her body was found. So with that evidence, they were able to get a search warrant on July the 6th. So they went to his house, and he's from Westmoreland, Tennessee. I forgot to look up and see how far that was from Hendersonville. I'm not sure. But when they went to his house, they found 2 pew-pews, They found one in his bag. They called it a to-go bag, a go bag. So I've heard that term before, and I think it's where you put all your stuff to get ready to leave quickly. And it found her items with one pew-pew. And then in his car, they found another pew-pew with the ammo that matched the case. What do they call them, Jim? The shell of the ammo. What do they call it, you guys? I can't think right now. But the shell, not the bullet. You guys know what I'm talking about. But the ones in his car matched the ones found at the crime scene. So that's a lot of evidence, you guys. So they arrested him. Casing, yeah. Casing, you guys. Yes, you guys are my peoples. You guys know what I'm talking about. Yes. Thanks, guys. Yes, the casing. The ammo in his car matched the casings found at the crime scene. So that's a lot of evidence, you guys. And when they interviewed him, he told them that he hadn't seen Trinity in 2 years. But when they presented all that evidence to him, he was like, okay, yeah, I was with her this day. They also found by license plate readers, they seen where his car had been in Hendersonville too. So that's what I know so far. Let me see what else I've got for you guys. Yeah, a bug out bag. I've heard that term too. Yeah, I sure have heard that term too. Now I'll show you guys what they have to say about the court. What's happened at court so far. I'm coming back to get you guys. Hold on. I'll never let go. Never ever. Never ever ever.
A 17-year-old boy is summoned to court accused of taking the life of a teenage girl, then leaving her body on the side of a road. Good evening and welcome to News 2 at 5. I'm Bob Mueller.
And I'm Haley Wilkes. A TDOT subcontractor found Tiffany Bostic's remains while picking up trash in Henderson.
They said Tiffany Bostic, you guys. It's not. It's Trinity Lee Bostic, Lei. And that really bothers me when I know that they talk about a lot of cases, you guys, and they're probably just reading from a teleprompter. And who knows if somebody didn't put it wrong in the teleprompter. Hey, Aries. Thank you for stopping by. I am doing well. I hope you're doing well too. I'll have to remember that, Aries. I sure will. I'll have to tell my girl, the girl's name that I can't say right now because mine will go off and all yours will go off too. So I can't say it, but I'll tell her later to remind me. Music City Mom, I know. Yeah, she says, I hate the news. Get it right. Yeah, me too. That's what I was going to say. That I know that they speak about a lot of stories and it's probably hard to remember, but if you can't get the name right, how are you supposed to tell the story? How are you supposed to tell somebody's life story, life and death story, really? And I'm worried to death, you guys. That's why it takes me so long to go live, because I'm worried to death that I'm going to get something wrong, get one of the facts wrong. But I promise you guys that I try my very best. And yep, hippie chick, that's her. You know her. Yep. But I promise you guys that if I ever get something wrong, please don't be afraid to tell me, and I will correct it. I absolutely will correct it. So you guys don't worry about that. But that's why my anxiety gets to me sometimes, because I'm afraid I'm going to get something wrong. But I'll tell you that I pray that I never get the name wrong. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's Trinity Bostic, not Tiffany.
Hendersonville. She disappeared on June 29th. Police say they now have a suspect in custody, 17-year-old Fernando Perales Mejia. Today, he was scheduled for his first court appearance. News 2's Adam Mincer was there as the only reporter in court today.
Mejia's attorney did waive his client's right to appear in court today, meaning for now, Mejia will stay behind bars. Before that hearing started, I did get a chance to talk to Mejia's dad off camera. He tells me that he hasn't been able to sleep in the days since his son was arrested and can't imagine that his son would ever do this. According to court documents, phone records placed Mejia and Bostic together for hours the day she went missing. Those same records also placed the two together in the area where Bostic's body was found. Police also say they found a go bag in Mejia's closet with a gun, and another gun in Mejia's car that matched the bullet casings found at.
I know, right? Right, Heather, they did. They get the pronunciation right. Oh my gosh, Music City Mom, I saw that. I saw that too. Yeah. Did I see middle-aged cat mama? I thought I saw her, but I'm not sure. And Nicole 22, it's good to see you. I'm so glad when you guys can make it.
At the scene. During an interview, Mejia told police he hadn't seen Bostic in 2 years, but changed that story when police showed him the evidence they gathered. Bostic's funeral was yesterday. Friends describe her as a firecracker who had the ability to light up a room. The next scheduled court appearance for Mejia is late August. In Sumner County, Adam Minster, News 2.
I'll definitely keep up with that for you guys because I want to know that they charge him with as an adult for real, for real. Let me see here. There is something else that I wanted to show you guys. There is a court TV video that is pretty interesting. Hang on just a second and I'll come back and get you guys. This one is weird. Court TV, sometimes they don't put things on their YouTube channel, but they put it on their website. And so I had to get this one from their website. They also had it on Facebook, but it was on a reel. And to share reels on Facebook, they look really weird and it's hard. So I'm going to share it with you guys this way from their website. Let's see here. You guys can hear my clicking, and I'm sure I'll click away on this thing. It'll take us somewhere. At least we're together, huh? Oh my goodness, I crack myself up sometimes. If you don't crack yourself up, then you know what I'm saying, guys? Okay, let's see here. Oh, I have to show you guys this picture too. I have this in a bigger picture in her prom dress. Well, I guess she went to junior prom, you guys, so I'm glad she got to go to junior prom anyways, you know. Let's see here.
Is dead, and now a 17-year-old boy is charged with her murder. Rising high school senior Trinity Bostic went missing on June 29th in Macon County, Tennessee. Her remains were found on July 3rd in Hendersonville, which is about 45 miles away from her home. About a week later, police arrested and charged the 17-year-old suspect with first-degree murder, but they haven't released his name. So Trinity's family initially reported her as a runaway to police. And now her friends, some of them are wondering if that designation might have affected the search.
I feel like it just...
This is what I was telling you guys about. They really need to take... Oh, look how pretty she was, you guys. Bless her little heart. They really need to take quote-unquote runaways more seriously. You guys know what I'm saying? And especially when they tried to ping her phone and it stopped, you know? Definitely.
It just wasn't taken very serious. And I feel like if it had maybe just been taken a little more, she may not be gone.
So we're wondering this morning, did calling her a runaway perhaps slow down justice? Let's bring in our power panel now. With me, entertainment reporter Kinsey Schofield, criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor Franz Borchardt, and criminal defense attorney and professor Don Malarsic. Great to have you all on the show. Kinsey Schofield, I'd love to begin with you, please. Your thoughts on the designation and whether it affected things.
Can you guys hear this okay? I can use my my audio booster that B-Crumbs helped me get if you guys can't hear it okay. Let me see here. Debbie says, sorry, that doesn't sit well with me. What a burden to put onto her parents. That's horrible. Yeah, I agree. I couldn't agree more. I'll turn it up a little for you guys anyways. Let's see here.
I mean, I think even when someone is classified as a runaway, they should receive an urgent response from law enforcement today. In Tennessee, specifically, the Department of Children's Services created the Human Trafficking Response Team and saw more than 500 cases come through the unit just in 2023. And the majority of those cases were youth-centered or were youth.
So Tennessee, she said that Tennessee had made a trafficking unit. We need to look at that, you guys. That's good that they have that. Other states need to do that. Absolutely.
That were considered to be dangerous runaways. The odds of a runaway finding themselves in a vulnerable position are extremely high. And my prayers are with Trinity's family. This is a horrible story, and it does feel like something could have been done earlier.
Right. This is a tough one. So many unanswered questions this morning. Franz, to you next, please. Your thoughts on the designation.
So I don't know that I'm willing to blame law enforcement if they relied on information provided by the victim's family. If they called it in as a runaway situation, why would law enforcement think anything different? I'm also unsure that her classification as a runaway would have really changed anything. Look, I get it, Julie. I'm sorry that she is dead, and I know that her friends who loved and cared for her are trying to wrap their brains around this unnecessary death. I just don't know if pointing fingers at either the family or law enforcement really improves the situation. And again, I'm not ready to blame law enforcement for relying on the family's classification of.
Okay, guys, something's going on with my earbuds, so I'm going to have to take them out. Can you guys hear me still? I had to take my earbuds out. They weren't working very well. Heatherlicious, I didn't see what you were saying, honey. Can you repeat that, please? Oh, okay, good. You guys can still hear me great. Okay, when I play this video, let me know if there's an echo. Something happened to my earbuds. I'm going to have to, I think they probably just need charged, to be honest.
Of her being a runaway.
Appreciate those points. Franz, thank you. Last but certainly not least, Don Malarsic, your take here.
You know, Julie, for friends and family members of a victim like this, it's excruciating, right? Every day, every hour, every second that a loved
I don't know what that means. Do you guys know what that means? It says the media playback was aborted due to a corruption program. Huh. Well, that's crazy. I want to stop playing this, you guys. I don't know what that's doing. That's kind of freaked me out a little bit. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's see what else we got, you guys. There was let's see here. I had one more thing to show you guys about. They're going to talk more about why they think that the runaway, her being classified as a runaway, was a problem. So you guys can hear it now when I accidentally start stuff. You guys can hear it now. Usually I just hear it in my own ears. And so that's why I'm quiet sometimes, because I accidentally start the video first. Oh my goodness. My dad, he always says, "What am I going to do with you?" And he calls me by my government name, you know. And then he says, "I guess just keep you and love you." So that's what you guys have to do. Just keep me and love me. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Oh, I'm already sharing it. I'm all messed up now, you guys. Oh my goodness.
Trinity Bostic's friends say her personality matched the bright purple car she
Hang on, guys. Now it's playing in my ears. Oh, my goodness.
She drove every day to Macon County High School.
I don't remember ever seeing her without a smile.
The 17-year-old, who documented her love for beauty and fashion on her YouTube page, ran away from home on June 29th, according to local police. 5 days later, 45 miles away from home, she turned up dead.
Yeah, the sheriff's department, they had released something after the body was found because everybody in our community was like, why didn't we hear about her going missing or anything like that? And they said,
so these are her classmates, and they're telling you a little bit what happened. And thank goodness that I did hear her sister say that they did hear that it was her on July the 4th. The body was found on July the 3rd, and they heard that it was positively Trinity on July the 4th. But it didn't come out that it was her until July the 5th. They didn't make it public. So I'm glad that at least her family did find that out first before the public, but it was never put out on social media that she was missing.
Said that they labeled it as like a runaway.
Bostic's body was found by a trash worker in this tree line in Hendersonville near State Route 386 and New Shackle Island Road.
She didn't deserve what happened to her at all.
Her friends can't help but wonder if her case was not treated as a runaway case, if she would still be alive today.
I feel like it just wasn't taken very serious. And I feel like if it had maybe just been taken a little more, she may not be.
Grateful Middle-Aged Cat Mama says, I think Locum did a stream on how runaway classification is harmful. The idea of runaway needs to change. It's still a missing child. Yes, absolutely. I could not agree more. I like Locum. I'm gonna have to go check that out and find her. Find that video that you're talking about. That was a great video to do. Absolutely.
Over the weekend, Hendersonville police said a 17-year-old boy from Westmoreland was arrested for murdering Bostic. Her friends believe it's an ex-boyfriend that's in police custody. For now, their attention is on Bostic's family and helping them pay for their friend's unexpected funeral.
I started it not thinking it would do real well, and then it just kind of blew up, and we're hoping that it.
So this little fella is the one that we seen that says he's been the class president for 4 years. So he's the one that started the GoFundMe, you guys. How sweet is that?
Continues to draw in money for the family.
I know the family's so grateful for it.
In Macon County, Hannah McDonald, News Channel 5.
I'm coming back, guys. I'm going to share their GoFundMe one more time down here. Jen, isn't it amazing? I thought that was so sweet that they did that. Heather Licious says, thanks, Mo, for covering these cases. Well, thank you for thanking me, but I wish that there wasn't a need to cover these cases. You guys know I would be doing crafts, or we would be doing Bible study for real, which we need to do Bible study anyways, you guys. But I could find something more to do, you know, but it's my pleasure to talk about them. Okay, no problem, Heather. No problem. That's good that you're helping. Absolutely. I know, Jen. Yeah. Trevor Lee. Yeah. He does so much for his local community too, which is great. Oh, you're welcome, VMath. You're welcome. So they spoke about it a little bit, and then so I want to show you guys this. The Macon Times, which is a local newspaper in that area, It says right here, we just spoke with Macon County Sheriff Joey Wilburn. He understands that people have questions and was willing to share while there was no post initially regarding the then missing teen Trinity Bostic. A lot of it had to do with all the information we had at the time, said Wilburn. Upon being notified of her running away, we were quickly able to locate her whereabouts outside of Macon County. At that time, we put all of our efforts into assisting agencies in locating her. Making a local Facebook notification wouldn't help due to the fact that we already knew she was outside the county. Okay, that part really bothered me, you guys. Making a local Facebook. Do they not know that Facebook, how fast that things get shared on Facebook? It don't go just to people in his county. That really bothered me. Due to the fact that we already knew she was outside the county. Well, she was found 45 minutes away. It's not like it was Mars or anything, you know? You guys know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm not sure, Jen, but I wouldn't doubt it at all. Music City Mom says, I need Bible study. I'm new to reading the Bible. Me too. Me too. I wish I knew it better. I read the New Testament. Somebody told me that reading the New Testament was easier to understand than the Old Testament. So I started reading the New Testament, but it took me about a year to read it. So I don't think I comprehended it really well. But somebody told me to pray for comprehension before I start reading, and that would help. But LSU Nancy Drew, she was telling me about this lady that writes books that goes along with the Bible that helps you study, and they help a lot. I think I have some in my save for later. I need to look at that. Bear, hi. Welcome. I have been trying to speak about Trinity to let everybody know a little bit more about her in life. And we watched one of her YouTube videos at the beginning, and we all agreed how smart she was beyond her years. I mean, she really was. And we all agreed how she would have went so far. And my sincere condolences to you. Sincerely. Absolutely. Music City Mom says our Sunday school teacher told us to read the book of John. That's in the New Testament too. Maybe we can get together and I'll find out what those books were called. Yeah. Oh, I didn't see that, Debbie. You'll have to show me. Okay, you guys, he says making a local Facebook notification wouldn't help due to the fact that we already knew she was outside the county. That was our reasoning for not making any local post. We were actively pursuing that she was already outside of the county. Nobody wins in situations like this. It's a tragedy all the way around. As of right now, that is all that can be shared due to possibly jeopardizing the ongoing investigation. So you guys know how I feel about that. I do not. What would a Facebook notification? What would that have hurt? Well, I don't know, you guys. It might have hurt. Like I said, we can't. Bear says they basically said that is not my jurisdiction. Yeah, that's what it looks like. That's the way I understood it as well. And it's awful, you guys, that we can't help Trinity in this situation, but maybe others can be helped in the future about making Facebook notifications and things like that. Music City Mom says YouTube creators should take a listen to Trinity's video. She was wise beyond her years. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. I saw that. I saw that too, Bear. Maria Gascar, I think was her name. Yeah. From Bear says, I believe they found a girl from Portland remains missing since March. Yep. I did see that too. I was looking that up this morning too. I believe I looked that up. It's about an hour and a half from Hendersonville. It's too many, you guys. Way, way, way too many. Oh, it was the same circumstances. I'm going to have to look into that more too. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, thank you. Thank you so very much. I didn't like that other cases were getting a lot of attention, and I don't believe that Trinity's case got the attention that she deserved. Yeah. Okay, I think I have, so I wanted to show you guys that, let's see here. Okay, yeah, I found the other thing that I wanted to show you guys. Let me come back and get you guys and I'll bring you over. It says, family and friends of Trinity Bostic 17 are honoring her memory after the Macon County High School senior's body was found in Hendersonville alongside a highway. According to police, a 17-year-old male is now facing first-degree murder charges. I forgot to tell you guys that it was first-degree murder charges, and I'm glad because sometimes they get second degree, and I'm really glad that it was this. And here was the friend. I think I read this to you guys at the beginning when I read some quotes about her. This was her friend Chloe Redfield. She had a lot of energy. She would always be laughing on the phone on FaceTime. She had the most amazing laugh you could ever imagine. She said, it's very hard. It was just very shocking. I was just praying that she would be safe. I wanted to play this video for you guys because it tells a little bit more about the questions that surfaced, but I wanted to read that post to you guys from the Macon County Times before that. And now we'll listen to this.
Dingdingding.com. Look at this.
This is a long ad too. Okay.
Girl, she's very genuine. She was kind. She always cared about other people.
14-year-old Chloe Redfield still hasn't grasped that one of her closest friends is gone.
It's very hard. It was just very shocking. And I was just praying that she would be safe.
But Trinity Bostic's remains were discovered July 3rd, 5 days after she went missing, reported as running away. Her half-sister, Tasha Calcati, is upset that the Macon County Sheriff's Office did not make any social posts getting the public's attention.
Guys, when they said that her half-sister, I was looking on Facebook, and I believe it was her that shared, a lot of people shared their feelings about Trinity, and they also shared photos from her funeral service, you guys, and it was absolutely beautiful. I'm not sure if it was a white casket or it looked pink to me, and so many pink beautiful flowers, and that really touched me too because I have an older sister, a big sister, and I just couldn't imagine something happening to my sister, you guys, or especially, we're a little bit older than that. We're like twice that age and a little bit more, but just if something would have happened back then, I don't know. I don't know, you guys.
Impossibly spotting Trinity.
It could have reached so many more, and had it been put out like immediately,
The sheriff's office reportedly responding to the Macon County Times after backlash over the issue online. A Facebook post from the Times says the sheriff responded, "A lot had to do with the information we had at the time. Deputies reportedly located Trinity's whereabouts quickly outside of Macon County and put all efforts into assisting other agencies in finding her." The post says, quote, "Making a local Facebook notification wouldn't help due to the fact that we already knew she was outside the county."
If you can use social media and have so many more eyes out looking for her, you know.
Bear says that she was the youngest of 6. I read somewhere that she had 10 brothers and sisters, so that's good to know that she had 6 and she was the youngest. It also said in those posts that I was seeing that it was her brothers that was pallbearers, you guys. That, oh my gosh. I try to put myself in the shoes of the victims and their family members and just think about that, you guys. I'm getting more angry. That Fernando had better be charged as an adult. He absolutely knew what he was doing, you guys.
No, that's huge.
Missing person advocate Perry Buckner disagrees with the Macon County.
And yes, I know that I don't like to say creator, but I like to say channel host. And as a channel host, I know that I'm supposed to be unbiased about these things and innocent before proven guilty and everything like that, you guys. But there's a lot of evidence. There's a lot of evidence here. Oh, Bear, I saw that her older sister had passed, and I was telling everybody how that it would be awful for her parents to have lost 2 children now.
County sheriffs in action on social media. She's part of online and on-the-ground volunteer search groups like Tennessee Missing Persons that actively share photos and details of missing people. They often target groups online where that missing person is believed to be, reaching thousands of people locally and beyond.
We could have blasted it just in this area and got it out to everybody in this area, wherever they thought she was, and had everybody in this area looking out for her. To not even
Music City Mom asked what day did she pass and what day was she reported missing. She was the Macon County Sheriff's Office said that they took a report as a runaway on the 29th, but in a lot of articles it said that she was reported missing on the 30th. So I'm not sure if the report didn't go through until the next day or what, but it was July the 3rd when they found her body, unfortunately, and the parents were notified on the 4th, I believe, and then she was on the 5th is when she was publicly identified. But it said that the perpetrator and her phones were together from 2:30 until 10:29 that night, and the day that she went missing, so the 29th, and it said that both the phones were in the area of where her body was found, so I'm assuming that it was the 29th too. Okay, great. Bear, thank you so very much. Jennifer is posting it for me right there. Oh my goodness, Bear, are you serious? They say her mother wasn't told she was missing until 2 days before they found her body. Oh my goodness. They should have at least checked with her. How did they not know what her she could have been with her mother. Jennifer posted my email up there. It is just Mo at Yahoo. Thank you, Jennifer, so very much.
even have the opportunity to not know that she was missing. It's incredibly frustrating.
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh man, I was muted. What I was saying was that it was that was a photo of her and her mother, I do believe, that I found. And bless them. So see, even that missing person expert, she said that they could have blasted it on Facebook, and even if it wouldn't have helped Trinity, wouldn't it have been better to have tried? I mean, what was the harm in trying? Which I do have to say, you guys, that it might have been, yep, Shelby May, right, Bear? I know, I really do need a mute banner. It happens sometimes, you guys. Yes, thank you so much for being here, Bear. But like the missing expert said, that what could have hurt, but I do have to say, you guys, that maybe they were thinking that, but no, that's not true. I was going to say maybe they were thinking that somebody had her and they didn't want to alert the perpetrator, but that's not true because they thought she was a runaway. So that couldn't be true. I don't know, you guys. Bear, yes, that's what we were all talking about too, that it wasn't right. That hit home for us too. Before we leave, I do want to show you guys another video where I was telling you guys in Cleveland that there was a missing persons found. This video is just 5 days ago. And the sheriff here is talking about how that it was such a good thing that it was shared. And he's the one that said that that there's more people in the public, than just them, as more than the sheriff's office. So that would obviously help more, more eyes than they have.
o'clock, we have seen the reports all over Cleveland. Hundreds of missing people. Some get found, others are sadly still missing tonight.
But police are reminding the public to always keep an eye out. You never know when a simple tip could bring someone home. News 5's Nadina Busada has a look at one happy ending involving a missing teen.
Pierogies are right here. Inside Rudy's Strudel and Bakery.
Someone's getting a hug at some point. Like, I'm an Eastern Euro mom. I grew up here. My bed was behind the oven. You're coming into my home. I'm hosting you.
Lydia Trump ensures everyone's stomachs and hearts are full.
And I want to pass that, positivity and this camaraderie, all of us together, out to the world.
I dropped the link to this video if you guys want to watch it on your own time later. Bear says, I've been trying to get a lot to bring attention to this. Her phone quit moving that night. So even though that it said that at 10:29 that the two were together, we don't know if she had passed already or not. So they could have put an alert out. Absolutely. We'll try everything that we can here, Bear, and you're free to email me anytime.
If possible, with pierogies and kolaczki.
She also carried that same attitude Wednesday morning when she thought she spotted a missing 16-year-old boy that was posted on social media walking down West 117th.
I'm like, oh my God, is that the young child that's missing?
For a second, Lydia contemplated.
If I don't know for sure, then I can't live with myself, because God forbid that my child was missing and somebody didn't turn around to double check.
Then she took a chance.
She said she saw the post on social media, you guys, and she thought, well, it could be him. And then she double checked herself. Well, what if it's not? I'm sure you guys know what she's talking about. And like she said, she couldn't live with herself if she didn't call. It's always better to call and be wrong than to not call and be right.
Drove up and called the name that was posted on Facebook.
He turned around. He's like, yeah. And at that moment, I'm like, oh my God, it's him.
Chief John Majoy, the president of Cleveland Missing, says the community.
There's more members of the public than there are law enforcement officers. And so this is why we need to have the public's help all the time.
And social media are crucial.
Yeah, he said we need the public's help all the time. See, that's what I was telling you guys.
And finding missing individuals.
When Cleveland Missing puts out stuff on our social media, we get hundreds of shares, and that's what we want.
In every case they work, tips are their biggest asset, including this week's. The 16-year-old went missing from Fairview Park Monday night. Chief Paul Shepard says they spent hours searching, putting calls out to the media, and posting on social.
They passed it on. There were a lot of people that cared, and they kept looking, and we got some good tips.
That post is why Lydia recognized him. Now he's home.
I think with anything with law enforcement, we like people who pay attention, and we like people who do the right things. And in this case, she did.
So they said that little fella is home now. Thank goodness. I remember that Music City mom. Noah Claire went missing from this area, and someone that saw him on social media noticed him in California. Yep, he had his little son and his niece with him, right? I believe that's the one. I was so glad when they found them.
She did.
And police just hope more people can be like Lydia.
It's kind of like what we're supposed to do. Like, that's how I was raised. I mean, we help each other. We're Cleveland.
So you hear it all the time, but I'm going to say it again. See something, say something, because you never know when you may be saving someone's life. Reporting in Parma, Nadina Busada, News 5.
Now, exactly. You never know when you could be saving somebody's life. And that sheriff said that they need the public's help all the time. Absolutely. So I wanted to show you guys what happens when they do put it out on social media. Like I said, we don't know if it could have helped Trinity, but we don't know that it couldn't have either. And so maybe we could save somebody in the future. Oh, thank you so very much, Bear. Thank you so very much. I'm not sure if I can, let's see here. I don't know if I can get to it right now. My email seems to act up at the worst times. It shows me things from a long time ago, but it doesn't want to show me what I just get. I can post it after this if, let me see here. I thank you all so much for being with me today. Let me show you one more picture of Trinity that I have in her prom dress. How beautiful is that, you guys? Like I said, at least she got to go to her junior prom. I'm thinking that was her junior prom, and just, it brings me back to when I was her age. It really does. Yes, Jim says, teach your kids the CWF signal has the palm outward with the thumb across it. The fingers are then closed over the thumb to symbolize that one is being held or hurt. I actually have that right here, Jim. Heather Bratt told me that it would be a good one to put into Nightbot. And so if you guys follow this link, it should take you to that sign so that even if you don't ever need it, thank God, you might see it. And Trista thought about it too. Thank you, Trista. Thank you so very much. That even if you don't need it, you might recognize somebody else that does need it. Bear says, yeah, no, I would rather my phone alert nonstop than for another child to be pulled out like this. This hit home. Yes, I'm with you. I'm absolutely with you. I wouldn't care a bit. Yep, there it is, you guys. And if you follow that link, it'll show you. Nature Rocks, you knew it too. Oh, yes, it was Heather Bratt that said that I should put that in there. I'm glad she did. Bear, if I can get to my email after this, if you want for me to show that, and I can make a community post, we don't care a bit. We all have huge hearts here. I always like to say that we're small, but our hearts are huge, and we'll help any way that we can. let's see here. And you guys know that here we like to show the cases that don't get a lot of attention, you know. Okay, you guys, thank you so very much for being with me today. Trista says we are here to help. Absolutely. Yep. We all are. Miss W, hey, I miss you. It's always so good to see you. It's okay. I'm glad you're stopping by. Thank you all so much for being here today. And thank you, my friends, my mods that helped me. I appreciate all of you so, so, so very much. And I also, everybody drop everybody's links, please. Nature Rocks, she's dropping her link, and you guys go visit her, absolutely, and tell her Mo sent you, absolutely. Oh, you're having a new video tonight? I'm looking forward to it. Vanessa does nature videos on her channel, and they're beautiful. If you can look at those, like if you're like me and don't get out a whole lot, I love to see those. Oh, really, Music City Mom? Is that all? What's going on in your neck of the woods, Music City Mom? Bear says this is out of nowhere for her. No one expected he was dangerous or anything, and I know her mom is getting messages from people claiming to be reason why she was killed. Oh my goodness, that is awful. That is absolutely awful. We did hear, the only thing that we've heard about him was when the president of her class said that he went to school with her, and that they talked to him sometimes, but that's really all we heard. And in one of the videos that I had that told about his court date, his dad said that he hasn't gotten much sleep since this happened, and he does know Trinity. I think that's what he said. What's wrong with people? Yeah. I was telling everybody that I just heard about the mother that her 7-year-old in Hendersonville. That's awful too. You guys keep an eye on my community post. You know that well, now you guys know why I don't go live a whole lot. My anxiety kicks up, and I'm afraid that I'm not going to have my facts straight. So it takes me a little while to get everything together, but I usually post stuff on my community post, and I post short for cases that don't have enough information to do a whole live about. I haven't put those out since the last time we were here, but the two that I put out last time had good endings, so that's wonderful. And you guys can also join me on my Discord or my Facebook. Jennifer's posting that, and I love you all so very much, and it means so much to me when you guys come. You guys spend your time, and that means more than money. We can always make more money and get more money, but time we can't get back. No. Okay, you guys, please pray for Trinity's family and her friends, and pray that she gets justice. That's what I said on my Facebook today. Pray that she gets full justice, and if there was anybody else involved or anybody that knew about anything, I pray that they're found too. And pray for Trinity's siblings, you guys. Yeah, okay. I love you guys, and I hope you all have a great day. And I'll see you guys next time. Email me if you see anything else that we need to bring awareness to. Thank you so very much. I love you all, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.